the details, the way she had by going out on the balcony when Faith had been standing guard. She slipped off the stool and tried to edge her way around Cale, as if she were trying to escape the scene, but Tiffany saw her and shrieked, "Don't try to run off like you're little Miss Innocent. I saw you flirting." "I don't know you," said Jenner, interrupting her even as Cale turned and subtly shifted his position to block her avenue of escape. "And I don't know him, so leave me out of your nasty little tantrum." She caught the eye of someone she knew from Palm Beach, Leanne Ivy, and gave a helpless, "I don't know what's going on" shrug. Leanne gave her a sympathetic look in return. Faith suddenly detached herself from the crowd and approached Tiffany, putting her arm around the black-haired woman's shoulders and softly saying something to her. Tiffany responded by bursting into tears, and Faith gently led her away, putting an end to the dramatics. Almost simultaneously, Faith's husband Ryan limped up to Cale.
"That was nice of you to give her your stateroom,"
he said in a perfectly pitched tone that was just loud enough for those around them to hear. Cale shrugged.
"I could hardly toss her out, could I?"
He was still keeping Jenner blocked from leaving, and now he and Ryan had her sandwiched between them. She was trapped as surely as if they'd each grabbed her by an arm and held on tight. Not that it mattered. She had nowhere to go, though surely her expression plainly said she wanted to get away. The Silver Mist was a big ship filled with people, surrounded by water. Even if these people weren't threatening her friend, where would she go if she managed to escape? Cale would find her, no matter where she tried to hide. Much as she hated to play along, she didn't want to find out what he might do if he didn't get his way.
"There was a mix-up in our suite," continued Ryan, "and we have a 2-bedroom instead of one. You're welcome to take the other room, if you like." "Much obliged. But first I'll check to see if another stateroom is available. Have you heard if the cruise is sold out?"
Jenner wanted to scream. The two men sounded so normal, as if this were a perfectly natural conversation. She knew it was anything but, though no one else would realize what was going on. She supposed that was the plan, but this chatting was like sandpaper on her nerves. Ryan lifted one shoulder. "I haven't heard. But if there isn't, you can definitely stay with us. I've already cleared it with Faith, so don't think she'll mind." He looked at Jenner then, giving her a friendly, almost gentle smile. "What a way to start the cruise, huh?" "With a bang," she agreed, once more trying to slide sideways around them. She could barely take in a breath with the two men towering over her, closing her in. They stole her air, and she needed to breathe. She felt as if she were being crushed, though neither of them was actually touching her. And then Ryan reached out and took hold of her elbow, a gentlemanly gesture that nevertheless anchored her in place.
"Have you two actually met, or were you just caught in the explosion?"
"No, we haven't met," Cale said, even though Ryan had asked the question of her.
"That makes the whole scene even more ridiculous, doesn't it?"
Ryan said with a rueful laugh, man to man.
"Jenner Redwine, this is Cale Traylor."
"Pleased to meet you," said Cale, extending his hand, and Jenner had no choice but to extend her own. His hard, warm fingers enfolded hers, and she felt calluses on his palm. She looked up and met cold blue eyes that were watching every move she made, reading every flicker of expression that crossed her face. They had set up a situation that showed both Cale and herself in a more positive light, she realized, than if he dumped Tiffany and immediately made a move on her. Bridget must have passed along the comment that Jenner had made, that hooking up with sleazoids was out of character for her. They didn't want anyone suspicious of their sudden romance. By making Tiffany look obnoxious and drunk, they had tilted public sympathy toward the new couple. And now here they were, being properly introduced by a man who was, to all appearances, perfect.